Good evening, guys. Dr. Anthony from Absolute Chiropractic. And if you guys are watching it real time, live, sorry to be coming at you again. I may have been just watching a few minutes ago when we were decided to sing The Lion King after hours. And it got pretty real. Nicole was making fun of me because I close my eyes when I sing, but that's okay. So now that the team's gone, because they're always, fooling around, I can be serious with you guys and give you another little story of the evening. This one's going to be a little bit different because I am just super fascinated, just absolutely fascinated by the human body at any given day, just the way we function. I'm just super fascinated by. So I'll give you guys like a perfect example. This morning, I went to the gym and I had like a really good workout. And by good, I mean I slaughtered myself. And it was one of those days when it was just like I literally ate nonstop all day. It was pretty healthy, but I ate like nonstop all day. And no matter what I ate, like I just continued eating and eating. And it felt like I couldn't get full. But it's like our body, the reason that happens, the reason I went through that, I felt that way, is because my brain realized what my body needed, and it sent a biochemical cascade out to the rest of the body to keep reminding my body that I'm hungry, that I need more fuel in order to properly recover, because I really kind of went pretty hard. And that's just like fascinating to me, how well the body is designed any given moment. Oh, by the way, I forgot. If this kind of information interests you, getabsolutehealth.com, go on our website. You can make an appointment. You've got really good information on the some different content you guys can enjoy. There's a blog, different stuff like that. Highly recommend you guys get on there and check that out. But yeah, just kind of looking at it, what's pretty fascinating is, I just truly agree with John Mayer, and just, your body it's a wonderland, right? It's amazing. Another perfect example. People come to us all the time with like asking questions about fevers. What should I do to lower a fever? And one of the things we have to wonder is is the fever actually a problem? Why would a fever happen? Well, it just so happens that, one of the ideal temperatures that bacteria and viruses live at in the body is about 98.6 degrees, and that for every degree that our body temperature is risen, it makes it more and more difficult for that bacteria or virus to survive. So part of our body's actual defense mechanism is to raise the internal core temperature in order to, as a line of defense, as an immune system defense. So in order to make it harder for those bacteria and viruses to survive. So it's so crazy to me that in our society we say, well, the fever is the problem. The fever is the issue. We need to treat the fever, versus saying what that fever is just a byproduct of the body actually working. And by lowering that fever, we are making it more and more difficult for our immune system to actually function. Quick disclaimer here, I'm not saying you shouldn't do anything if your fever goes up to 100, 304 degrees. Obviously, if the brain starts melting out your face, that's a problem, right? But it's just amazing that our body is so well designed, yet we so often think that we know better. As somebody who's really nerdy and sciencey, I love to think that I can control things, and I love to think that science is just the pinnacle. But the one thing that I always don't necessarily always just go with is I truly believe that the body is perfectly designed and perfectly functioned, and I believe that the first resort should always be to let the body function the way that it should, to make sure that we get adjusted, to make sure our brain and body are going to communicate as well as they possibly can, to make sure we're putting the right things in us, we're feeding us in the right way, and that creating the proper environment for health should always be our first step, right? Making positive health decisions should always be the first step, with or without symptoms. We should always do that. Then we can go look at drugs and such and surgeries, but there's no point in going and doing those things, right? Unless we've already created the temple in the first place, right? Unless we've created the right environment in the first place. Now, sometimes when we do have these health catastrophes come up, right, it's because we waited till we're too long, and the only reason these come up in the first place is because the environment is not right. Okay, so it's always important to make sure we create the right environment in the first place, because once again, your body is a wonderland. I'm talking about drinking enough water. I'm talking about making sure we eat the right foods. But most importantly for me, Richard's here on Compton. Hey, buddy, hope you're doing pretty well. Most importantly for me, I believe that our brain is designed to control and coordinate the function of every system in the entire body, and that only when it is properly communicating with the body via the spinal cord and the nerves that go out to every organ, every cell, every tissue, only when that function is happening properly can we be truly healthy. Dr. Anthony Pellegrino, Absolute Chiropractic. Hope you guys got something. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to send a message or comment below. If you want to join our tribe, like I said, check out getabsolutehealth.com. There's some good info on there. There'll be a button in the bottom right. It'll say book your appointment today, I think is what it say. And you can actually, it's linked with our software, so you can find out a time that works for us. You don't even need to call us. You just go right on there because, like I said, I love research and technology. I think it's pretty cool, and I want to make it as easy as possible. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go home and play with Maggie. Have a good night.